Hey everybody, I still don't know how to start a video. I asked you if there was anything you wanted me to talk about, and someone said to talk about my health. It's kind of sad, depending on who you ask. Well, physically, there's a lot wrong, and nobody knows why. Um, Last year, I found out that I had brain lesions after years and years and years of being told by mostly my mom that I was faking being sick for attention and just because I enjoyed lying or something. Newsflash, she was abusive. So after I found out about the brain lesions, they never really knew why. They assumed it was just because of migraines, even though I don't really get the headache part. And then it was weird because it was just more questions than answers. The lesions are white matter brain lesions, and they're basically in the center of my brain, but it doesn't cause any problems, apparently. I get, like, I just feel dizzy and sick a lot. I don't drink, but it it sounds like how people describe hangovers, just for no reason. I found out a couple weeks ago that I have scoliosis. I never knew that. So that was fun. And eating hurts. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to get an endoscopy, and I'm really scared. And the usual, like the regular things, like I have to get my wisdom teeth taken out. That sucks because two of them are broken. But I can't find an oral surgeon to do it unless I'm completely asleep and I'm scared. And also, when I was like 9, I was 9, I saw a dentist, the like office or whatever. The whole place was called Small Smiles, and they're a company that has been like abusing kids for years. It's been a problem. They beat the shit out of me. So I've always been scared. I've never really had dental work done since then. I should have, but when 3 grown adults hold you down and jam metal parts into your mouth, like, you're not okay. I was covered in head to toe bruises. I still have a scar on my uvula because of what they did to me, because I was yelling for my dad because they wouldn't let him in the room. They took the pick in the mirror and just shoved it into my throat to try to make me stop, and I was bleeding a lot. And then I never went back. That particular one closed down, but they're still around in like America, like North America. I don't know if they're anywhere else though. It's weird. We tried to sue them, but they had so many lawsuits open, we were told we wouldn't get any money. Mentally, it's just mostly anxiety. I have generalized anxiety and panic disorder, so it makes it hard to go anywhere. It's kind of depressing. I turned 21 in March and I can't really do anything. I haven't been able to do anything since I was like 17. It just got worse. I've been like this my whole life, but it kind of went away when I was younger. But when it was really bad when I was a kid, my mom would like threaten to beat me when I was in public. It was weird. I would always have panic attacks in restaurants. I think it was like a mixture of like all the people, and it's like dark and weird. I never liked restaurants. I would have panic attacks, and she would just scream at me, and then people would look, and she'd make me go out to the car. One time specifically, I think we were at like an Outback Steakhouse or something. She said, and I quote, "I will beat you in public," but screaming. It was weird. She was never good. I mean, sometimes she was okay, but I don't know. I have a lot of problems because of that. She was better than a lot of parents, I'm sure. There's people out there who didn't make it past their childhood because of their parents, and I did, but it doesn't mean it was good. She used to make me take like cough syrup and stuff when I was a kid to like make me go to sleep. And she overdosed me with adult X-Lax when I was like 6, and that's why my dad got custody. She ended up choosing men and drugs over me my whole life. She tries to say that drugs were the reason why she was abusive, but when she was sober, she was just as bad. She just didn't have an excuse. Luckily for me, my dad actually cares, and so did his parents. But, I don't know. I've been in therapy for 14 years on and off because of her, and she still finds ways to make more problems. I know I shouldn't talk to her ever, but she's my mom. It's complicated. Especially since I kind of feel bad for her. I used to try to help, but it never worked. I also have complex post-traumatic stress disorder because of her, and borderline personality disorder because of the neglect. And then on top of that, I have OCD. And they say that I have depression, but I don't think I do. I think depression is when you're unreasonably depressed for your situation. But I think the depression I feel is reasonable. You know, I'm sick, and I'm too young to be this sick. I don't do anything. I don't really have any friends. And I didn't really have a good childhood. So why wouldn't I be depressed? It would be weird. It would be weirder if I wasn't depressed. You know? I don't know. This is just getting sad. But you asked. I'm trying to think. I don't know. There's a lot of things wrong. Well, I might have to go on disability. And that sucks, because I've never had a job, and I don't want to go on disability, and my entire family is really conservative. So I've been hearing about how, you know the thing where old white conservatives talk about how, like, Mexican immigrants that are specifically non-documented get handed free welfare and like social security cards and get all these perks and stuff, but you can't get welfare without being a citizen. But they don't care. Like, my family just bitches about them all the time. So after hearing that for my entire life from all sides of my family, I feel like if I go on it, even though I need to, I'll be a horrible piece of shit. But if I tried to work an actual job, I would just pass out. Like, I'd probably faint. They'd probably have to, like, send me to the hospital, and they'd fire me because I couldn't work. In Massachusetts, you can get fired for any reason. They don't have to tell you. So it's, like, perfectly fine to fire somebody because they're sick. They just don't have to tell you that they're firing you because you're sick. It's weird. I was gonna go to college, but college is really expensive, and I would want to do the online college because of the whole not being able to do anything problem. But even that's wicked expensive. I thought it was going to be way cheaper. Don't know why. I just expected it to be. I think they, like, told me the numbers weird because it was, like, over the phone, and she's just trying to sell me college. And it seemed too good to be true. But, I found out that what she was saying was, like, the yearly amount, not the total amount. Or maybe it was just semester amount, but it was, like, completely incompatible with my entire family's income. So now I'm not doing anything. I was also asked about my art. I recently started just drawing again, trying to put them on, like, my designs on shirts. I did one for pro-choice stuff, and I've always been a fan of entomology, so I'm gonna try to do like little cute bugs, because there's not enough shirts with bugs. There's just not. And if there is, it's just butterflies. So, somebody told me to do a Picasso beetle, and I've never seen one of those in my entire life, and they're really neat. You should look it up. Picasso beetles. They're cool. This got a lot more sad than I thought it was going to, so I'm sorry. And I feel like I'm kind of boring, because I didn't write this down, you know. People usually write this thing down before they say it. I didn't. I probably should. So, well, thanks for listening, and thanks for asking, and feel free to ask any more questions. I'll answer them if they're not creepy. I'll see you next time.